My mill wore white. Then the rings vanished. AITA, she showed up to my wedding in a white dress. An hour later, our rings were gone. I canceled the ceremony. Am I the a-hole? I'm Ava, 26. My fiancé is Ethan, 28. We planned a small, classy wedding at a barn venue just outside town. String lights, a taco bar, open bar after the ceremony. The whole Pinterest dream. From the start, we had one non-negotiable. White is for the bride. It was on the invite, the website, the group chat. Everyone said, got it. Everyone except his mom, Linda. Big personality, bigger opinions. She loves the phrase family tradition, like it's a court order. A week before the wedding, Linda suggested sitting next to the DJ to help run the show. I told her we already hired a coordinator. She pouted in the family chat. In our home, the mother guides the rituals. Ethan smoothed it over. She's excited, she'll chill. Sure. At the rehearsal dinner, Linda walked in wearing eggshell white, floor length, sparkly. The coordinator, bless her, gently said, "We do ask guests to avoid white." Linda smiled and said, "Sweetie, it's champagne. Also, in our tradition, family wears light colors to show purity." I took a breath, reminded myself about boundaries, and messaged her, "Any color but white for tomorrow, please." She left me on red. At 12:41 a.m., I got a text. "You're a bride for one day. I'm his mother forever. Decide what matters more." I didn't sleep. I decided no white, no gaslighting, no playing the chill girl to keep the peace. Wedding day, makeup chair, coffee, butterflies. The coordinator whispers, "She's here." Linda glides in, wearing stark white, brighter than my dress. Ethan looks torn. "Please don't blow up. Guests are on their way. Vendors are paid. We'll get through the ceremony and she'll change for the reception." I said, "I'm not 5. This is about respect." He swore she'd change right after the vows. I said, "Okay, if she actually changes." Then the coordinator asked for our rings so the officiant could prep. I opened the velvet box. Empty. I had seen the rings that morning. The only people in my suite were me, the makeup artist, and Linda, who had popped in to bless the bride. I wasn't accusing anyone, but my stomach dropped. Ethan called his mom. "Mom, did you see the rings?" She went cold. "Oh, so now I'm responsible for your disorganization?" And she hung up. The coordinator whispered, "We have prop rings if you want to keep timelines." I stared at the empty box. This didn't feel like a dress problem anymore. I called Linda. "If you took the rings, bring them back. And please change out of white. Otherwise, there will be no ceremony." She laughed. "You're unstable. Ethan, let's go. I'll take my side of the family and our friends. We're done here." Ethan panicked. "Ava, please, just get through this. We can't refund the venue. People flew in. Let's just survive today." I nodded. I had a different plan. I asked our officiant to tweak the intro. He began the ceremony with, "Today is about love and respect. In many cultures, white symbolizes support for the bride. Out of respect, we ask that only the bride wears white, and anyone else is invited to support her by choosing any other color, right now." All eyes swung to Linda. I turned to her, calm. "Linda, if you support us, please change. We even brought a beautiful rose-colored wrap." She stood, slow clapped, and said, "You don't need a wife. You need a dress code." Then she headed for the exit. 2 aunts followed. Ethan went after them. 5 minutes later, he came back alone. He was shaking, but his eyes were clear. She had the rings in her clutch. She said she was keeping them from bad energy. I told her she crossed a line. He put the rings in my hand and said, "I choose you." I looked at him. "Then we choose us." And choosing us means we're not starting our marriage by swallowing a boundary violation. I turned to our guests and said, "We love you for being here. We're moving the ceremony." People gasped. A few clapped. The coordinator pivoted like a pro. We turned the day into a party. No aisle, no vows, just food, music, and conversation. I changed into white sneakers and danced to the DJ's Just Vibes playlist. The open bar was a hit. Linda posted a Facebook rant about modern brides and their power trips. People roasted her in the comments, which isn't the point, but okay. A week later, Ethan and I got married at City Hall with 6 people we trust. After that, a cozy dinner, no drama, no dress code violations. We also started family therapy, so Ethan could build healthy boundaries and decide how he wants to relate to his mom as an adult. He shows up every week. Here's what I learned. 1. Boundaries aren't mean, they're maintenance. 2. Weddings don't test your patience, they set your precedent. 3. Compromise isn't capitulation. Am I the AI hole for canceling a day of ceremony? In someone else's tradition, maybe. In my marriage? No. So, AITA, what would you have done? If you've got your own mother-in-law or wedding horror story, there's an anonymous form in the description. Send it in and I might read it in a future video. Like, subscribe, and ring the bell if you want more stories like this.